statement about New Orleans, the statement itself, how that would have relevance to her relationship with Jackie or anything that occurred on June 16, 2008.
If I may?
Yes.
The statement led to, if I may proffer, the
Yes.
witness's downfall of her career, during which she reestablished a relationship with the defendant, which will establish her current relationship with the defendant and how it affects the case today. Just allow me a few more questions.
I'll give you a few more questions.
Okay.
Overall.
Ms. Grace, so this statement about New Orleans, you called it a cesspool, correct?
Yeah, I was at a location shoot one time and an alligator bit off my leg. I didn't have any idea what was going on at that day, so.
But after you made this statement, Ms. Grace, your career took a turn for the worse.
Yeah, it was really, every celebrity has to go through a downfall. I thought mine might be rehab, but in this case it was
Excuse me?
You would say though, Miss Grace, that Jackie gave you, hold on, I need to circle this, that Jackie gave you rescued you from your career.
Yes, she did. She gave me, this great opportunity, and in any other situation, she would have never been able to afford a great movie star like me. But since I was suffering a little, she knew that this would be the right move.
She rescued you.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
The night of June 16th, 2008, you and Jackie had dinner together.
Yes, we had a great girls' night in.
And you usually dine out, is that correct?
Yes, we do. Monday night has been our thing ever since I moved to Midland.
However, you cooked this night, didn't you?
I did. I sent my butlers home, maids, everything. I was so proud of it.
And you cooked 5 meals this night, didn't you?
5 courses, yes.
5 courses to this meal. You cooked all day.
All day, slaving over a hot stove. It doesn't happen often.
But, Miss Grace, when the police questioned you, you couldn't remember any of those meals.
No, we had a lot of wine.
Even though you cooked all 5 of these meals, you couldn't remember one of them when the police questioned you.
She brought 2 bottles of Australian Shiraz, and we opened another bottle later.
All right, Miss Grace. And on the 21st, when the police questioned you, you told them that Jackie was with you the entire night.
Yes, she was.
That she didn't leave your sight.
She didn't.
And then 2 days later, you got the starring role in Jackie Owens' newest film.
She was so lucky that we had this great relationship and that, I took the role.
And you've never been offered a lead role before, under Trifecta.
Not under Trifecta. I've had plenty of starring roles.
Jackie Owens has never given you a lead role before.
No, not under Trifecta, no.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Redirect?
No redirect, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Grace, you can step down. Counsel prepared to call this next witness.
Yes, Your Honor. This time, let's call Miss Cindy Michaels to stand.
Okay, Ms. Michaels.
Please introduce yourself to the court.
Hi, my name is Cindy Michaels.
What do you do for a living, Miss Michaels?
Well, I work for Trifecta Entertainment, and until Jacob Bennett passed away, I was his personal assistant.
And how long have you been working with Trifecta?
Oh, a very long time. I was hired right out of my internship.
What kind of work did you do?
Oh, I did all sorts of things. I really took care of Mr. Bennett, you see, as his personal assistant. I had a lot of responsibilities. I had to take care of his calendar. I had to take all of his calls, make sure that I kept track of all of his mail, made sure that he knew when his meetings were and where they were and who they were with. He was very particular about that. And I also had to make sure that I always got him his morning job. He just couldn't function without it,
Did you work with anyone else at Trifecta?
Oh, well, yeah, actually, of course. I worked primarily with Mr. Bennett because I was so close to him. But I also worked with his business partners, Casey Maxwell and Jackie Owens.
Did you observe interactions between Jackie Owens and Mr. Bennett?
Oh, yeah, of course. Mr. Bennett and Jackie Owens, they went way back. And they seemed to be the best of friends to me. They were always laughing together, always talking, always chatting, planning things for the future. It was just lovely.
Objection. The witness is speculating.
Counsel.
Your Honor, she is stating her observations under 701, opinion based on the observation. She has stated that she saw Ms. Owens and Mr. Bennett talking, laughing. This would lead to her opinion that they were good friends.
Counsel.
Your Honor, the witness stated that they seem to be the best of friends. This is obviously speculation, as the witness has no direct knowledge.
No. Yeah. I mean, you're technically right, but I'll overrule it.
Did you observe Casey Maxwell and Mr. Bennett to have the same sort of relationship?
Oh yeah, Casey and Napoleon. Sorry, Mr. Bennett. That's what we call him around the office. He's a short little guy, you know, so Napoleon. But anyway, Casey and Mr. Bennett, they didn't get along so well.
Can you give us a specific example of what you've seen of that?
Well, sure. You know, they always were butting heads. You know, Mr. Bennett liked to be in charge. It's why he had the biggest part of the company. And, you know...
Objection. Speculation.
Counsel?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure
What are you objecting to?
Mr. Bennett liked to be in charge.
This is her opinion based on her perceptions under 701. She has already stated that she has worked with Mr. Bennett for years, and therefore she would know Mr. Bennett's behavior.
Counsel?
Your Honor, it's not Mr. Bennett's behavior, rather it's his personal opinions and the way he likes to operate, and therefore she's speculating.
Sustained.
And ask that it be stricken.
Granted.
Now, did Mr. Bennett ever argue with anyone else besides Casey Maxwell?
Well, yeah, actually, there were a couple of people that he had problems with.
Who were those people?
Well, one of them was this actor, Josh DeSmith. I don't know if you've heard of him. I've run into him a couple of times myself, you know, in the line of work. It comes with the business. But anyway, they were at a party this one time, you know. Jacob went, and I was with him because it was on our schedule, obviously. And so we're standing there, and Josh DeSmith, I don't know if he had a couple of drinks or something, but he comes up to Jacob, and he gets in his face, and he makes this comment about Jacob's wife, Mariah.
Objection. Hearsay.
Counsel?
Your Honor, she has not said any statement that has been submitted out of the court, and therefore it was not
Well,
hearsay.
sounds like she's about to say a statement. Is there any reason why what Josh Smith said to someone else would not be hearsay?
Your Honor, this would be an excited utterance, so it would be an exception to hearsay because they were having an argument. Ms. Michaels has already established this, and this goes directly to towards reasonable doubt.
Counsel?
Your Honor, the witness has not established an event which would have promoted an excited utterance, therefore it does not qualify under that exception.
Yeah, I also don't think we've established that there's been something exciting. I mean, that the witnesses were speaking, that Josh Smith was excited. So I'll sustain the objection.
May I lay foundation for that, Your Honor?
If you can lay foundation for excited utterance, I would review it, yes.
Now, how did Mr. Smith and Mr. Bennett act towards each other at this party?
Well, you know, as I said, there was a lot of liquor flowing. Obviously, it was a big Hollywood party, so people indulged themselves, you know. And so, you know, when they got together, Mr. DeSmith and Mr. Bennett, they just kind of were a little aggressive toward each other. I don't know if it was the liquor, if it was the booze getting to them, but the voices started to get a little bit raised. It made me very uncomfortable. I don't like confrontation.
And during this confrontation, did Mr. DeSmith say anything to Mr. Bennett?
Well, yeah, he all of a sudden just blurted out this comment about
Objection.
Jacob's wife, Mariah.
The state renews its previous objection.
Hearsay? Okay. Counsel?
Your Honor, she has not stated any actual statement.
Well, she's going to say a statement, right?
No, she's not, Your Honor. She was
Can you proffer what she's going to testify to?
She is merely
Outside the presence of the jury, so we're not going to taint anything.
She's merely testifying that an insult was made by DeSmith.
Counsel?
Your Honor, an insult is a statement, and therefore qualifies as hearsay.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with the state on that grounds. Is there another grounds for why it might be admissible?
Why the insult might be admissible,
Yes.
Your Honor?
It is a statement, but
Well, it's furthermore, it is under 803 admission, excited utterance, and if and therefore it would be an exception.
I'll overrule the objection on excited utterance grounds, but well argued, counsel.
And was there anyone else that Mr. Bennett had any arguments with?
Yeah, actually, this was a person that really scared me. Ronald Victory. You know, I don't know if you've ever heard of him, but he gives me the willies, if you know what I mean. But anyway, we were sitting there one day, Mr. Bennett in his office, and I was out in mine, and the reception area is my own little office because I stand between